tilting the camera more towards you. Yeah. Hello, this is Ned.
And this is Michelle.
And we are
myphilippinedreams.com.
That's right. People like when we talk about money. One of the reasons that people come to the Philippines is because basically they have a desire to become economic refugees, get the most bang for their buck. A lot of guys are on pensions, a lot of guys are on retirement. There are also a lot of guys like working from the internet here. And basically what everybody's trying to do is get the most bang for their buck. And the Philippines is one of the many places in the world that you can actually do that. For the last 2 months, we've been keeping track of our expenditures, writing down every time we make a purchase, whether it be going out to eat or getting gasoline or going to get a coffee at McDonald's or whatnot, which is only 25 pesos. We write it down, so we track it, and at the end of the month we total it up. This past July, this last month, we had a total of $1,093 US, which wasn't bad. That's a typical month, I would think. We didn't go on any big trips, and we didn't spend a whole lot of money on extraneous stuff. But we did have some extra expenses, but I forgot what they were. But anyways, this month, on the other hand, instead of 1,093, it's how much?
906. $
906 US for the entire month. But then again, we didn't go on any big trips, or we didn't, I didn't go on any, week-long benders or anything. So we saved some money from that. So what we're basically going to do right now is just go down the list of things that we spent money on. Some of them we're going to talk about a little bit because they're not normal expenditures. You can also see the full breakdown over at the website, over at myphilippinedreams.com. And you can get some idea. And we're going to keep doing this month after month because I got OCD or something I've developed. And so you guys can get an indication of how much it costs to actually live here. And we live okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're not high on the hog. We don't have a giant palatial mansion overlooking the bay or anything. But we're a good distance from the city. It's convenient, and we go out and eat a lot and stuff. So anyways, here's the breakdown. Money, money, money. All right, the first expense that we have every month is rent. And rent here is about 10,000 pesos. Before I go on, let me say, all the prices that we're going to be listing out are actually in US dollars. If you go to the website, you can actually see the listing on how much it is in pesos, just because most of my viewers, and our viewers, I should say, sorry, are in the US. So it's just easier just to cater to the majority or whatnot. I know a lot of guys, are in the UK and Australia and whatnot, and if you go to the website, you can take down how many pesos this is and do the conversion, or you can just do the US dollar conversion.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways. So, rent for the month was how much?
$229.
$229, and that's 10,000 pesos a month, and that's every month. Electricity.
$62.
$62. I think which is about 2,700 pesos. I think the previous, in July, it was like 2,482.
Mm-hmm. But 2,484. Okay,
2,484. So it's up a little bit, but it's been warmer too, and I'm a wimp, so I got to have the aircon on. So that's $62 for the month on that. Water was
$4.
$4, not too bad. You got to take baths. You take a lot of showers here, a lot of bird baths. With the heat and the humidity, especially for us Canos, us foreigners who haven't adjusted to the climate, use a lot of water. Eating out.
Eating out, $120.
$120. I think that's a bit down from the previous month. I think it was like $170 in July, and it's $120.
I think so.
Yeah. So it's because we didn't go to a lot of super expensive places. We like Mang and Asal and Food Net, Kamalig, and ate the street food. We got to talk about curry pot later. Groceries. How much do we spend on groceries?
$170.
$170. Michelle's been cooking up a storm, so we blast down to Hypermart and whatnot, and we get groceries, and she cooks it up, and I do the dishes and whatnot. I'll actually show my apron someday. Gas for the truck? $13. Yeah, the weather hasn't been too bad. It has a little bit recently because we got a low pressure area that's stalled, so we haven't spent a whole lot of money on diesel for the truck. Gas for the motorcycles? $25 for the gas for the motorcycles, which we use all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Her little scooter actually gets worse gas mileage than my YBR. My YBR gets like 85 miles to the gallon. It's ridiculous. So the total of those basic regular living expenses was
$670.
$670, which is pretty good. Last month, I think it was like 800.
Almost.
So we
That's
dropped. I think we spent a lot of money on gas for the truck because I filled it up a couple times.
Yes, last month.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to get into our irregular expenditures, things that we normally don't spend it on. But this is stuff that you got to keep in mind. It's one thing to say, yeah, we spent $670 on basic living expenses, but there's always stuff that pops up that you need. First up is our little garden that we're growing in the back, that we're working on. It's a work in progress. And so we bought vermiculture, which is like fertilizer. We got that from the dump. We bought soil from a neighbor who was nice enough to give us his soil. All we did was pay for the labor for his workers. We bought some trellising, and we also bought a bunch of seeds, and that came out to $19. Yeah, not too bad. Vermiculture was kind of expensive. Those were those big 50-kilogram bags. So that was $20. The website, $62 for the website. Yeah, a friend of Michelle's did the transfer, so I had to compensate him. He did some customizing on it and stuff. Cigarettes,
$31.
yeah, $31. $31. If you want to smoke yourself to death, the Philippines is a real cheap place to do that. Laundry, $5. That's not too bad. Again, the price of labor is so low here. Aircon,
$4.
I had an issue with one of our air conditioners. I didn't think it was working that well, so a local shop sent a team of guys out, and they troubleshot it and checked it out and basically found out that it was working fine, and it was $4 for that. Again, the price of labor here is ridiculously low. Flat tire, I had a flat tire.
$3.
$3 to get the flat tire fixed, and it's a tubeless tire, so it took the guy an hour. He originally wanted $2, and I gave him an extra $1. But a difference in 40 pesos, that can mean something to a guy here. Curtains, $30 for the curtains. Yeah, we probably should have just bought curtains, but hey, it's done. We'll show you the curtains someday. The whole house has got curtains now. So that came out to, all those sundry expenses came out to, that's my handwriting.
Yes, I can't read it. What's this? 236?
Oh, and beggars. That's beggars. The beggars. Actually, I write beggars, but it was actually a fellow expat who just went to Vietnam the other day. He had run out of money, and he was eating off trays at McDonald's, other people's trays. I don't know how he got the money to go to Vietnam. But anyways, hey Bob. And so that was $3. And finally, our expenses were looking really good up till the 30th, and then on the 31st, in order to, build up my muscle, because I've lost a lot of muscle mass since I've been here, I bought protein powder. 10 pounds for how much?
$80.
$80. And it actually arrived today from Lazada.com. Love you, Lazada.com. It's like Amazon. And that came out to how much? All the sundry expenses. $236, coming to a total for the entire month of $906. Not too shabby. Let's talk about curry pot for a minute. In case you didn't know, curry pot in Bisaya means.
Curry pot is Bisaya.
Is it Bisaya or Tagalog?
I think it's Tagalog.
It's Tagalog?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does it mean in Tagalog?
What do you think? It's you.
It's me.
You.
And what is a curry pot?
Oops.
That's inconvenient.
Yeah.
Where is that?
Not to get it.
Alright, so you never get phone calls in the Philippines. I have no idea who this is.
Hello.
So anyways, a curry pot is basically a cheapskate. Somebody who pinches every penny, somebody who tries to make a dollar stretch out and last. And that's kind of what I am. And that's all good. I prefer to use the term frugal, but curry pot, if it applies, whatever. So that's basically our budget for August. $906 US. Again, if you want to see the peso breakdown, you can go over to our website over at myphilippinedreams.com. We're going to continue to do this week after month, keeping track of our expenses. And this is Ned.
Sorry. And this is Michelle.
And we are
myphilippinedreams.com.
And we'll see you next time. Peace.